Welcome to RotoWire Fantasy Hockey Quick Hits, where I'll run you through all the latest news from around the league today, including the fact that it sounds like the Penguins New Jersey game will be off for tomorrow night. Devils are dealing with an outbreak right now within their organization. So that game will be canceled. But as far as tonight's slate goes, here's what we have in terms of latest news. So Brendan McNabb for the Golden Knights, he will be put on long-term IR. That means a 10-game minimum absence for him. So you're looking at late February to come back. They've got a pretty young, untested decor behind Alex Pietrangelo and Shea Theodore. So it'll be interesting to see who gets the workload there. Chris Letang will not play in tonight's game for Pittsburgh. He's still labeled to day-to-day. So for the Penguins right now, that's kind of a win, right? The number of guys that they've got injured on that blue line, at least a day-to-day tag for Letang, but he'll be out tonight. P.O. Joseph will get more ice time. I expect he'll be at least with the number 2 power play, although he seemed to have some connection with Sidney Crosby in the previous game. They were out there for the 3-on-3 together, so maybe they bump him up to the number 1 power play unit, but definitely a player to keep an eye on tonight. Oliver Ekman-Larsson will travel with the Coyotes for their upcoming 6-game road trip. He'll practice with the team. No real indication if he's going to play during that trip or not, but certainly something to watch. He would obviously immediately improve their defensive core. Speaking of Arizona, Christian Fischer remains day-to-day, so there's doubts about whether or not he'll be able to play in their next game. Speaking of guys possibly returning for their next game, Sam Reinhart wasn't at practice again today for the Buffalo Sabres, but they are hoping that he will be available tomorrow. So a situation to watch and to monitor heading into that one. Peter Mrazek, turns out those results of an MRI were not positive. The team didn't provide a ton of info other than to say they're expecting him to be out longer than anticipated, and surgery isn't off the table for him. Some good news in Boston. Coyle will be ready to go. He'll slot into that third-line center role, provide some depth down the middle for the Bruins tonight. Eric Cernak looks like he'll be ready to go tomorrow. Again, they're waiting on some final details there, or tonight rather. They were just waiting to see how he responded to the game day skate, but all indications are he'll be ready to play. And finally, Washington, they will get back Dmitry Orlov tonight. He'll be back in the lineup coming off those COVID-19 protocols, but Lars Eller, unfortunately, remains sidelined for them. We'll take a look at the goalie combination. So the biggest one here that's interesting in light of that cancellation is the Penguins are going with Casey DeSmith tonight, which would have set Jarry up to take the second game of the back-to-back tomorrow against the Devils. DeSmith has been playing decent comparatively. His goals against average still above 3, but they're winning when DeSmith is in the crease. So that's kind of the big important number. He's got wins. So he gets to start tonight. Looks like probably Igor Shesterkin for the Rangers. No confirmation there yet. We've got UC Saros penciled in for the Predators going up against Andrei Vasilevsky for Tampa. It'll be Yaroslav Halak tonight for the Bruins. They are doing a goalie share there as expected. Vitek Vanacek is our guy who we think it'll be. No confirmation out of Washington at this time. Braden Holtby gets to start tonight. He had a really good previous outing, but had been middling at best. Thatcher Demko has been playing really well. So they'll continue to split the crease, and it'll be Holtby tonight going up against Carey Price. Jacob Markstrom for the Flames will round out the slate tonight going up against Connor Hellebuyck. Thanks so much for checking out RotoWire's Fantasy Quick Hits.